Hello and welcome to my channel, Boo Snakes and More. For more videos like this, also watch my other house channel, A Snakes and Stuff. My youngest son's channel, He Needs Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Today we're going to be talking about the Chronicles of Narnia, so let's dive in. Harry Potter defined fantasy for a generation with its epic tales, but one aspect may actually be tied to C.S. Lewis' The Chronicles of Narnia. It's important to remember the ongoing controversial statements by the creator of the Harry Potter franchise. CBR supports the hard work of industry professionals on properties fans know and love, and the wide world of Harry Potter that fans have adapted as their own. You can find CBR's continuing coverage on Rowling here. The Harry Potter books have found clever ways to integrate its story into a larger world of magic and myth, such as tying its history to the wizard Merlin. However, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry featured its own lore with its four founders, but fans have been debating whether these founders were inspired by or directly linked to the four Peasley siblings who served as the main characters of the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. The world of fantasy has been around since long before the stories of King Arthur, tales of myth and quest, have only grown more refined and made way for iconic stories like The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. However, one of the most impactful sagas to come in the past few decades has been the Harry Potter books by J.K. Rowling. From its main character to the world around it, it's clear that the story is both a whole new world and one inspired by tales past. But one mystery has tied the series to another impactful series, The Chronicles of Narnia, which will soon receive an adaptation by Garrett Gerwig. Updated on March 27, 2024 by Andrew Scanever, why Harry Potter and the Chronicles of Narnia are set in different worlds. They're both chronically fantasy series. What's more, Narnia's four main characters deeply resemble the four founders of Hogwarts. Fans truly believe that these might be the same characters, which would connect these two universes. We updated this article to include more information about the Harry Potter/Narnia theory and to comply with CBR's new formatting style. The theory that connects Narnia with Harry Potter. Hogwarts founder Godric Gryffindor. Equivalent Peasley sibling, Peter Peasley. Hogwarts founders, Hagrid, Hufflepuff. Equivalent Peasley sibling, Lucy Peasley. Hogwarts founder, Rowena Ravenclaw. Equivalent Peasley sibling, Susan Peasley. Hogwarts founder, Sizzler Slytherin. Equivalent Peasley sibling, Edward Peasley. One of the most famous theories around the internet connects the Peasley siblings from the Narnia books to the four Hogwarts founders from Harry Potter. Like the Peasleys, Hogwarts founders were four close companions, who, while sharing differing qualities, believed they should share their knowledge with those willing to learn. However, where the four Peasley siblings sought to rule Narnia and protect it from evil, the Hogwarts founders opened a school to impart their wisdom and qualities to young minds. However, the same four qualities for which each of the Hogwarts founders are famous and which led to the diversion of the Hogwarts houses also defined the four siblings in Narnia almost to the letter. This has led fantasy fans to believe that the Peasley siblings and the Hogwarts founders could be the same four individuals. While the theory may seem far-fetched, It's pretty plausible that the Peasley siblings went on to open a school as adults as part of their leadership. What's more, there is a lot of evidence that sustains this theory. Peter Peasley and Godric Gryffindor display courage and thirst for adventure. Peter Peasley, Godric Gryffindor, years of birth and death, 1827 to 1949, real world, 1000 to 2555, Narnia, 900s to 1100s, is Godric Gryffindor. Occupation, High King of Narnia, Godric Gryffindor Professor. As the oldest of his siblings, Peter had a natural born ability to be a leader, always stepping up to the plate, much like Gryffindor's Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, or James Potter. He rarely ever had a game plan before jumping in as the hero. Leading with his heart sometimes meant leading with his emotions, when in reality he should have used his brain. He becomes a swordsman and a warrior to protect his family, upholding the bravery value of the Gryffindor house. He does embody the negative traits of a Gryffindor, though, like cockiness. What's more, Peter was also gifted an iconic sword. Garlic Gryffindor likewise possessed an important sword, the Gryffindor sword, which became an artifact in the Hogwarts house. Peter even carried a shield with a lion Estlin on it, the same animal that acts as Gryffindor's mascot. The Gryffindor house is known for its courage, thirst for adventure, and recklessness, all traits present in Peter that Garlic Gryffindor looked for in his students. Lucy Peevesy and Hagel Hufflepuff were kind and loyal. The most underrated of the houses, Hufflepuff gets a bad reputation for oddly being the sweetest house. Sure, it didn't have a lot of name-dropping heroes like Harry Potter or Hermione Granger, but it did have Cedric Diggory, who fought bravely in the Twilight tournament. Cedric displayed an act of kindness shortly before his death, letting Harry take the cup to become the winner. His good-natured personnel is similar to that of Lucy's. Lucy has a kind and loyal heart unlike anyone else in the Chronicles of Narnia series, showing acceptance to everyone she comes across. She also shows bravery like Peter, but she's mostly motivated by the desire to help others in need. Hufflepuffs are loyal and kind, much like Lucy and Hagel Hufflepuff. In the same way as Hagel, it's easy to see Lucy taking in all the students that her siblings would have rejected. Susan Peasley and Rowena Ravenclaw are both brilliant. Ravenclaw is known for producing some of the smartest bookworms at Hogwarts. This is the reason why many people believed Hermione was supposed to be placed in Ravenclaw. But being a lover of knowledge and books isn't the only trait Ravenclaw students have. They also need to be practical and thoughtful, which is what Susan embodies. Much like Rowena Ravenclaw, Susan often displays great intelligence. She has doubts about Narnia and looks at things from a sensible standpoint. Unlike her siblings, she doesn't exactly enjoy Narnia because she hates change and because she isn't exactly imaginative. However, Susan's problematic thinking keeps her family out of trouble time and time again. Edmund Peasley and Caesar Slytherin both cunning and ambitious. Like Hufflepuff, Slytherin doesn't have a good reputation, but for different reasons. Slytherin has produced some of the darkest wizards, including Lord Voldemort and the Malfoy family. However, that doesn't mean every student is necessarily evil. Harry Potter's son, Albus, was a Slytherin student, but showed no signs of evil. Caesar Snape, despite having a nasty attitude and obsession with Lily Potter, had a brave heart and risked his life to protect the wizarding world. Much like many Slytherins, Edmund was drawn to power by the White Witch. which meant betraying his siblings. His ambition and selfishness much resemble Slytherin's most famous traits. He has a mischievous nature to him, and he's also ruder and badder. However, Edmund remains a hero in the end. To the friends with Gallic, Gryffindor, Slytherin must have been a good person, even if his ambition often blinded him. This is very similar to Edmund, who could have easily become Slytherin. Are Narnia and Harry Potter connected? As of now, J.K. Rowling has never stated that the founders of Hogwarts were directly inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia. That said, Rowling has said that those books were a huge influence growing up. As a result, it's most likely that these four founders were meant as loose nods to the Children of Lewis books. This was also best shown by the personalities of each child, who at their core shared similarities to the founders of Hogwarts. However, while they may appear to be archetypes or even directly connected, the Sorting Hat stated in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire that each witch and wizard found their way to one another from different parts of the world. The Chronicles of Narnia features its own share of magic and wonder that captivated the minds of readers. Similarly to Harry Potter, that said, being an inspiration to even the likes of J.K. Rowling may have led to the founders of Hogwarts sharing slight artistic and characteristics similar. What's more, both Hogwarts founders and the Peevely Sisters are unusual character stereotypes. So it might just be a huge coincidence, though there's no direct line to tie the founders together. The comparisons, at the very least, show how the world of fantasy has influenced future creators and kept the dream of not one but multiple stories alive thanks to clever connections. Thank you for watching this video and peace out to the next one.